Welcome to Vacation Bible School 2020. Yay! I'm going to tell you a story. This story is found in the most important book in the world. It's God's love story to us, and it's called the Bible. This story happened a long time ago to a man named Jonah. God called Jonah to do a very special job. He told Jonah to go to a city named Nineveh. God wanted Jonah to tell the people there that they were being disobedient, that they weren't doing what he told them to do, and he was very unhappy about that. He wanted them to do things right. But Jonah didn't want to do that job. So you know what he did? What? He ran away. God told Jonah to go this way, but instead, Jonah went that way. Instead of going to Nineveh, he went to Tarshish, and he got on a ship there. Well, the ship set sail, and while it was sailing, a big storm arose. Lightning and thunder, a lot of rain. Can you imagine? It must have been very scary. Very scary. So scary that the sailors went and woke up Jonah. Can you believe it? He was asleep during the storm. They asked him, "How can you be sleeping? It's storming outside." But Jonah knew the reason for the storm. God had sent the storm because Jonah had ran away, because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. So Jonah said, "You know what you have to do to stop the storm? You got to pick me up and throw me overboard." Of course, the sailors didn't want to do that. We don't want to throw anybody off the boat. But the storm kept getting worse and worse and worse. So finally, they picked Jonah up and threw him into the sea. And the storm stopped. But what happened to Jonah? He's out there in the sea. Well, let me tell you, God prepared a fish to swallow Jonah up. What kind of fish do you think it was? You think it was a small fish? Or maybe a big fish? What do you think? A small fish or a big fish? Well, Matthew 12:40 tells us that it was a whale. That means it was a great big fish. So a whale swallowed up Jonah. Jonah was in the belly of that whale for 3 days. Can you imagine being inside of a whale? It must have been dark and stinky, but most of all scary. But you know what? Jonah knew that God was with him. So he prayed, and he told the Lord that he was sorry for being disobedient, that he had ran away. And you know what God did? He heard that prayer because he hears our prayers. And he caused that whale to vomit up Jonah onto the shore. And what did Jonah do once he got back on land? He went to Nineveh and did the job that God called him to do. It's so very important that we are obedient to God. We should be obedient to our mommies and daddies too. When we're obedient to God, we show we love him. So when your mom tells you, "I need you to clean your room," what should you do? You should clean your room. What if daddy says, "Pick up your toys"? What should you do? You should pick up your toys. And sometimes we don't do what we're supposed to do. And when that happens, what should we do? We should say, "I'm sorry," and then go do what we're supposed to do. I don't want you to forget the story of Jonah, so we're going to do a couple of things to help you remember. First, we're going to do a craft. Let's make a whale. Tell mommy and daddy what you need. You need 1 paper plate. Just 1 paper plate. What else do you need? You need a blue marker or a crayon, or if you have paint, use paint. You need some glue. Also, you need black marker or crayon or paint, whichever one you like. And for our younger ones, we need mommy and daddy to hold scissors. We need scissors. If you're a little older and you can use the child scissors, that's okay. But if you're not old enough to use the scissors, mommy and daddy are going to have to use the scissors, okay? So let's make a whale. First, we have our paper plate, and we're going to color it blue. Let's color it blue. Use your paint or your crayon or your marker. Go ahead, color it pretty. Here's mine. I used a marker. I hope you like it. Next, mommy and daddy, or if you're a little older, you can do it yourself. We need to grab the scissors, okay? Are you ready? We're going to cut a pie wedge out of our paper plate. You see? I cut a piece of pie, like a piece of pie. I cut a piece off. So this is what I have, the pie wedge, and then I have the plate, okay? Are we good? Good. Next, we're going to take the plate and draw the whale's eye. You're going to use your black marker for that, or your paint, or your crayon. Just draw an eye. You can color it whichever way you want to. Alrighty? So after that's done, we're going to take the wedge and we're going to use our glue. I have a glue stick. We're going to use our glue and we're going to glue it to the plate. That's the whale's tail. You see that? You see that? And then finally, here's our finish. Look at the whale. Remember Jonah and the whale? Don't forget to put your name on the back so you'll know it's yours, okay? All righty. Now, we're going to sing a song about Jonah. You ready? I want you to repeat. I'm going to sing it first, and then you're going to sing it after me. You ready? Jonah ran away from God, away from God, away from God. Jonah ran away from God. He disobeyed the Lord. Can you say it? Jonah ran away from God, away from God, away from God. Jonah ran away from God. He disobeyed the Lord. How about the next verse? In the belly of the whale, of the whale, of the whale, in the belly of the whale, Jonah cried and prayed. Can you say it? In the belly of the whale, of the whale, of the whale, in the belly of the whale, Jonah cried and prayed. And let's sing our last verse. Jesus wants us to obey, to obey, to obey. Jesus wants us to obey. We show our love for him. Can you say it? Jesus wants us to obey, to obey, to obey. Jesus wants us to obey. We show our love for him. Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed that story of Jonah. Don't forget, obey God. That's how we show we love him. To all the mommies and daddies, thank you so much for showing your video to your children. And we want you to show us how you and the children are engaging in the video. So please send us a picture of you and your child either singing the song or making the whale craft and send it to Reverend Clifton Holmes at clifton.holmes@pmbcjc.org. Bye!